Welcome back to my channel. Sa previous episode po natin, binasa natin yung reaction ni Senator Amy Marcos patungkol sa pag-file ni Senator Risa Hontiveros ng resolution na naglalayon na makipag-cooperate ang gobyerno ni President Bongbong Marcos sa ICC. Basahin ko po yung statement ni Senator Amy. Sabi po dito sa ABS-CBN News, Senator Amy Marcos reacts to the pro-International Criminal Court probe Senate resolution filed by her fellow Senator Risa Hontiveros. So they really want trouble? Well, PRRD has said, bring it on. But the decision to cooperate or not to is one for the executive, and my brother, the President of the Philippines, has already made it clear that the ICC has no jurisdiction to conduct the probe. I share that view. Doon po ako na-intriga sa sinabi ni Senator Amy Marcos na may naging pahayag si PRRD ng bring it on. Ito po ba ay bagong pahayag o statement ni former President Rodrigo Duterte? So, ginugol ko po. At ito po nakita ko sa Inquirer.net published noong May 17, 2017. Bring it on. Duterte says on ICC case. Basahin ko po yung article. Bring it on. President Duterte has dared Magdalo Representative Gary Alejano and Senator Antonio Trillanes IV to go ahead with bringing a case against him in the International Criminal Court for alleged human rights violations in connection with his war on drugs. They are free to do it. This is a democracy, Mr. Duterte told reporters in Davao City on Tuesday shortly after his arrival from Beijing, where he attended the Belt and Road Forum on China's new trade route linking Asia, Europe, and Africa. The president issued the challenge a day after his allies on the Committee on Justice of the House of Representatives killed an impeachment complaint that Alejano had filed against him for insufficiency in substance. Alejano said he was considering going to the ICC to make Mr. Duterte liable for the high crimes he had committed, including the murder of 8,000 drug suspects in his war on drugs and the killings carried out by the Davao Death Squad on his orders as Davao City Mayor, charges contained in the impeachment complaint. The complaint also accused Mr. Duterte of corruption, unexplained wealth, and taking a defeatist stand against China in the territorial row in the South China Sea. The president acknowledged allegations that he induced extrajudicial killings in his war on drugs could be raised to the ICC. So ito pong balitang ito, 2017, nung nagbanta na dadalin sa ICC yung alleged human rights violation ni then President Duterte in connection with his war on drugs. So ang sagot ni then President ay, they are free to do it. This is a democracy. So nag-file pala sila ng impeachment complaint sa House of Representatives. And obviously, hindi po siya nag-prosper. So Alejano considered going to the ICC para panagutin si then President Duterte sa sinasabing high crimes daw, including the murder of 8,000 drug suspects. But then President Duterte acknowledged na yung mga aligasyon na yun could be raised to the ICC. So ang sabi niya, it is true that there are deaths. Is there a drug war where no one is killed? But not in the character and kind that I was dished out, including ordering the killing of a child. So yan po ang sabi ni then President Duterte. Totoo na may mga naging patayan. Pero meron ba naman drug war na walang namatay? So ito po ang part na interesting. Dahil lagi kong tinatanong, wala pa bang nagkaso? Wala pa bang nag-imbestiga? Wala pa bang naghain ng demanda against kay then President Rodrigo Duterte? Na kaya siguro gustong ituloy ng ICC ang investigasyon laban sa kanya ay dahil para sa ICC ay wala naman daw nangyayari, walang mga investigasyon na nagaganap. In short, hindi kumikilos ang ating justice system laban kay then President Rodrigo Duterte. Sabi po dito sa balita, he said that his administration was not to blame for the deaths of thousands of people in the crackdown on drugs, and that investigations had already been conducted by various bodies which cleared him of any wrongdoing. Look, I was investigated by the Commission on Human Rights when Senator Laila De Lima was still the chair. I was investigated again when she was the Justice Secretary. And I was investigated again by the Senate, and I was investigated again by the House. Sabi po yan ni then President Duterte. What do they want? At noon pa man 2017, sinasabi na nila, in the first place, the ICC does not have jurisdiction. So ang ibig sabihin, nagkaroon na pala ng mga investigasyon laban kay then President Duterte. At lahat po ng investigasyon na yon, ng Commission on Human Rights, ng Senado, ng House, cleared him of any wrongdoing. So kung nagkaroon pala ng mga investigasyon during that time, and lahat sila cleared then President Duterte, ano ang kinatatakot ngayon ni ex-President Duterte kung haharap man siya sa ICC? Kung itong mga nag-imbestiga sa kanya, hindi lang isa, hindi lang dalawa, kundi ilang investigasyon, all cleared him. Bakit hindi siya humarap dito sa ICC? Nakita ko nga itong post ni Benji Jr. Contreras at ang sabi niya rito, kung ang mga Marcoses na inimbestigahan at kinasuhan sa mga local at international courts tulad ng US, Switzerland, etc., kinayang harapin ang lahat, bakit hindi kayang harapin ni ex-President Duterte ang iisang ICC case niya? Well, may punto po itong post na nabasa ko galing kay Benji Jr. Contreras. Dahil tulad nga nitong article na nagsasabing cleared siya sa lahat na naging investigasyon. At kung totoong wala siyang kasalanan, bakit hindi siya humarap sa ICC? Sabi pa ng isang post ni Benji Jr. Contreras, kung ang isang tao ay hindi guilty, kahit saang korte siya litisin ay haharapin niya, kagaya ng ginawa ng mga Marcoses. Hanggang umabot pa nga sa tinatawag na trial of the century na hinarap ni dating ginang Imelda Romualdez Marcos. Siya po ay napawalang sala doon. At napakarami pang mga demandang hinarap ng Marcos family. At dahil alam nilang hindi sila guilty, hinarap nila lahat ng kasong ito. So bakit hindi daw maharap ni ex-president ang ICC kung sigurado naman siya na wala siyang ginawang kasalanan? Ako, opinion ko rin, kung sa tingin ni ex-president Duterte na wala siyang kasalanan, wala siyang dapat ikatakot na humarap sa ICC para malinis din ang pangalan niya. Para once and for all, matigil na itong mga pag-aakusa sa kanya. Tulad ng sinasabi naman itong si De Lima na tinatawag siyang mass murderer. Ayon po dito sa balita ng Philstar, De Lima pursues mass murderer Duterte. So sa title pa lang, De Lima pursues mass murderer. So tinatawag niyang mass murderer si ex-president Duterte. Hindi ba mas maganda kung malinis ni ex-president Duterte ang pangalan niya para matigil na itong mga pagpapakalat ni Laila De Lima ng kung ano-anong pagbansag sa kanya? Yan ay kung hindi nga totoo ito. Sabi po rito sa balita, freed after nearly 7 years behind bars, Philippine human rights campaigner Laila De Lima praised for her safety as she seeks to bring mass murderer Rodrigo Duterte to justice. So hindi ba kasi kung yung mga nagbabasa lang nito na walang mang pakialam sa mga totoong nangyayari sa paligid, iisipin talaga nila na mass murderer si Rodrigo Duterte. Tuloy ko po. While extremely happy to be free, the former senator, justice minister, and human rights commissioner said she was taking precautions in case Duterte went after her. So ano ang ini-imply ni De Lima dito? Nag-iingat siya at baka resbakan siya ni Duterte. Sabi pa niya, his instigation of thousands of killings makes him a mass murderer. So he is very much capable of doing harm to somebody who he thinks is his enemy. I like to think that I am his top enemy. His anger is such that he has not forgotten me or forgiven me. Bakit ba nasabi ni De Lima that Duterte has not forgotten or napatawad na siya? Dahil before her arrest on February 24, 2017, De Lima had spent a decade investigating death squad killings allegedly orchestrated by Duterte during his time as Davao City Mayor and in the early days of his presidency. De Lima, 64, paid a heavy price for her unflinching pursuit of justice as Duterte and his allies sought to silence her. Now that she's out, De Lima said her lawyers planned to file lawsuits against Duterte and others with the appropriate agencies such as the Department of Justice or the Office of the Ombudsman. Well, maganda yan kung magdidemanda si De Lima dito sa Pilipinas para kahit papano malaman ng taong bayan kung sino po sa kanila ni ex-President Duterte ang nagsasabi. Totoo ba yung tawag sa kanya ni De Lima na mass murderer? O totoo ba yung sinabi ni ex-President na nagkaroon na ng mga investigasyon and lahat po yun siya ay cleared? Meaning, wala pong katotohanan yung mga ibinibintang nila kay President Duterte. Although sa ngayon, feeling ko talagang hindi makakapasok ang ICC dito dahil hindi po papayagan ni President Bongbong Marcos na makapasok ang mga investigador ng ICC. Well, kung papayagan man ni PBBM na ipagpatuloy ng ICC ang investigasyon, hindi po makikipag-cooperate ang ating gobyerno. So kayo po, ano ang masasabi nyo sa post ni Benji Jr. Contreras na kung yung mga Marcos is isang damakmak na mga demanda ang kanilang hinarap, bakit hindi kayang harapin ni ex-President Digong ang nag-iisang ICC case niya? At doon sa isa pang post ni Benji Contreras na kung ang isang tao ay hindi guilty, kahit sa ang korte siya litisin ay haharapin niya. Pero tulad nga ng sinabi ni ex-President Duterte, hindi siya magpapailalim ng investigasyon sa ICC dahil handa siyang harapin kahit na anong demanda basta dito sa Pilipinas gagawin. Kaya maganda kung itutuloy ni Laila de Lima yung kanyang banta na sasampahan niya ng kaso dito sa Pilipinas si ex-President Duterte. So para sa akin, ICC man o dito sa local courts natin, maganda pong harapin ni ex-President Duterte yung mga kasong yan para po malinis niya ang kanyang pangalan kung talagang wala siyang naging pagkakasala. Kayo po, sang-ayon ba kayo sa sinabi ni Laila de Lima na si ex-President Duterte ay isang mass murderer? O naniniwala kayong malinis ang konsensya ni ex-President Rodrigo Duterte? Comment lang po down below and I will see you next time. Peace.